Hello everyone, here I am in terror. I defeated Bale. I have exactly 1000 life, which is kind of funny. And me and this guy, Kruger, have had a verbal agreement where I'm going to pay him the Necro Helm set item for the crossbow set for Necros. In return for he is going to do decals for me, which should go nice and smoothly. I've got tons of elixirs of greater experience and a bunch in here. That's not one. So yeah, that's not one either. I'm sniffing out the fakes. So yeah, as long as he isn't terrible, this should go pretty smoothly. Him killing cows just for me. It does go fast when there's other people here, but maybe he can't do that, or maybe he also does not like when people are crapping his style. But he's been searching for that leg for quite a while now. So I am hoping that he knows what he's doing. He hates the black dudes. He's been speaking poor English, so I'm questioning. I mean, not that people who can't speak English aren't, good at Diablo. It's just he's been very weird and confusing. So I'm hoping he knows what he's doing. 'Cause I don't know. He is a necromancer. Apparently, he's a bow necromancer. So we'll see how this goes. I'll cut until he actually gets them. This is the moment of faith. Let's see if he can do this. It's not looking good. Matter of fact, it's looking kind of bad. Okay. He's killing stuff. I don't want to use a potion yet because he's barely killing anything. I don't know if you've seen my Zon run through T-cows, but it's pretty. This is unfortunate. And he was asking too, like, oh, could you offer him more? And I'm giving him a set helm with the reduced drops of sets. Should be worth a little bit more. And this is bad. Oh, this is bad. For level 120, you should be able to do this. End of story. Okay, just one more thing to clarify. This is going really slow. Or I think I'm gonna leave. I've gotten one level so far. But in order for me to get to level 100, which was the agreement, I get to 100, I give you the hat. Or if I get close enough and he has to go, whatever, I'm cool about that. I'm a trustworthy dude, but even if I use my experience potions, it's going to take anywhere between 2 to 3 entire runs of this area for me to level to 100, which I do not have the patience for. I can't do this. I just he's not even going to be able to kill him. I can't do this. I have to do this while I'm still cool. Ladder. Expansion ladder. Overall. #1 star. Oh, I'm so cool. I know it kind of says we're tied, but I don't think we're really tied because it's in the millions, and I ate a whole bunch of signets. Whatever! For some bosses, there is a thing called a trophy. I was just running Tranathula, and we'll look in here. Tranathula trophy. Cube that with... Where the hell is it? Oh, right there. And hold on, take this junk out of here. Transmute. And it adds damage reduced by 5% to the charm. Woo, they drop really rare, like 2% or something. Hello everyone, welcome to my new character. I'm a paladin. And in this episode I'm going to explain what the hell's going on with this guy. What all my skills do, so in future videos where you're watching me kill stuff, you'll be like, hey, how is he killing that stuff? What skills are those? Hello everyone, this is Star, and I have a new character. It is a paladin. It's not really complete yet. I mean, I've got some pretty good items on him, but there's still a lot of ways to go and a lot of different things I want to try with this character. And for this episode, I figured I'd explain what all the skills are so you kind of understand this character. I mean, you got a lot of time to get to love my Zon, but suddenly, poof, there's this new guy in your family and you're expected to love him, and it just doesn't work out. So let's just take a look at my skills really quick. I am an Unholy Paladin, but let's start in neutral. All paladins are able to get the neutral tree, and then there is a holy tree. I can't touch that because I've put points into the unholy tree. But everyone gets neutral. Rapture pretty much makes me run fast. This character, like all characters I seem to like to play, can run extremely fast. This is Sacred Armor, which makes me completely invulnerable to all damage for a very short amount of time, up to a maximum of 15 seconds. And I am going to get it to that maximum eventually with runes and junk. And these are Scourge. You can summon them. They are just there to soak up damage for me. And then you have your Uber Tree, which we'll get into in a little bit. But Shadow skills, the way this character works is you have Terror Strike. And the way Terror Strike works is when you hit somebody, you get plus defense, plus damage, plus elemental damage, and a whole bunch of awesome stuff. Well, you pretty much always need to have Terror Strike activated as an Unholy Paladin. So you can see my defense is 49,000 right now. Let me find something to hit. Defense is now 268,000. So it goes up by quite a bit. And though that may sound like a lot, it's a good amount, but it could still be higher. And could still need to be higher. Next up is, you also have a couple of skills right here. Bloodthorns, Lemurs, and Black Sleep, which you can only use while Terror Strike is activated. So let me go hit something again and show you Bloodthorns, which is mostly what I've been using so far. Hit him, and all those things come across the floor, and that's Bloodthorns. Next skills, this is a passive. This is incredibly, incredibly important. 900 life on striking with a melee hit. And I have 10,000 health. I absolutely need this skill. As long as I'm hitting something, I'm probably going to stay alive and I keep casting this. That's him. It is absolutely essential to this character. Without that, I get completely demolished by everything. I don't use Lemurs too much. Black Sleep is kind of cool. It's pretty much Charm, but you need Terror Strike activated, and it's Charm activated by a melee swing. Tainted Blood is incredibly overpowered, in my opinion. It got changed a lot since last time, but now it adds 200% total character defense. So let me do that real quick. I forgot what button it is. Oh, it's one of the ones up here. That brings my defense up to 107,000. And poison resistance, I really don't have to worry about because it gives that as well. And it heals 100% life over 23 seconds. And it lasts for 360 seconds. The reason I say it's overpowered is because you can cast it on other people. And if you're playing with other people and using teamwork, you can cast this on someone. They're going to regen health as quickly as you, which is 100% in 23 seconds. It's actually quite a lot of health regen. And you're giving them 200% total character defense. There's a lot of characters that benefit from that so incredibly much. This skill, if you give it to someone, they're suddenly much, much more awesome. On yourself, is it overpowered? No, you're kind of balanced to have it, so it all works out. But other people are not ready for that 200%. These skills, not useful. I don't really use them. They're caster skills on this side of the tree. Symphony of Destruction, let me show you what that does really quick. And also, I mean, obviously, if you know what all this stuff does already, you shouldn't really be watching this. At least this part yet. Where is Symphony of Destruction? You cast it on yourself, and I have that aura below me, and I set the world on fire. Let me go walk near something. It only attacks one target at a time, but oh, they're immune to poison. It does poison damage. That's a bad example. Let me find someone. Bam! He's dead. It does a lot of damage. 54,000 to 106,000 as of right now. Though I do have some buffs that increase that a lot. And that's pretty much all my active skills that I'd be using. Now, there's this passive as well, which reduces damage by a whole bunch, increases healing rate of apples. It's really good as a passive. Divine Apparition, which is one of the best teleports in the game behind Blink, because you can teleport. It freezes everything that you land on that can be frozen, and it only has a 3-second spell timer, which is pretty short. And then Super Beast! The whole reason I'm playing this character. If this Paladin didn't have Super Beast, I don't think I'd be interested. And Super Beast is basically the most kick-ass spell in the game. Turns you into a Super Beast. They turn on all my buffs as well. Oh, another one that I forgot to mention is Judgment Day, which, as I walk near things, it sort of automatically shoots them. But Super Beast, it gives you plus a lot of damage. What it doesn't say here that it does, however, is it makes you incredibly fast. You can see I'm running much quicker now. And it's going to be a little bit hard to notice, but I also attack the fastest in the game. Without even need increased attack speed, you attack the fastest in the game. I'll try and, cast the fastest as well. You don't really have a reference point, but trust me, Super Beast makes you the fastest character in the game. Attack speed, cast speed, run speed, everything. And that's important, because no matter what I choose to do with this character, it's going to be good. If I get a really weird O skill, it's going to be good, because of how much you can spam it. Like, if this character had Worm Shot like my Amazon, I'd be shooting them twice as fast as her, and you can just imagine how helpful that would be. And then with all this combined, the main strategy for this character right now, I'm thinking of changing. I'm probably going to tweak some very minor stuff. Basically, I've got a really, really fast melee character. I run up in people's faces. It's hard to click on him because I move so fast. And then blood thorns everywhere, whole bunch of other stuff, keeping my health because I hit so quickly. That kind of comes into play with him, which the life on striking. I strike incredibly fast. You probably can barely even see how I'm swinging because it's so fast. And it's awesome. Very, very awesome. So as long as I'm hitting something, I'm getting health back. And I'm probably not going to die. There's still a few places that give me quite a bit of trouble, even if I am hitting stuff like Fautsonville, because Fautsonville is Fautsonville. I can do it, it just takes a lot of patience. I'll show you that later. Equipment, I haven't really found much. And to be honest, I almost thought of switching off my character again. Because I kept saying, I'm going to play a Druid. And I was magic finding with this character, trying to get it all put together and learning the hotkeys, because when you first make a character that's very new, you don't know the hotkeys, you're fumbling around a lot, and it's just not going to work. So, about the Druid though, one thing that I found, the Druid's bow from his set. The rarest thing from the set, the most important thing on the Druid bow set. I have 3 of the things from this set now, and if I made a Druid, he would be awesome. It's very disappointing that I found that, and I found a lot of good barbarian stuff. I have another one of the swords from this set as well, which is quite rare. But nothing for Paladin really, and nothing for Amazon. Though suppose this hammer is for Paladin, which it's not too much special. I'm hoping to change it eventually. It gives hammer time when you kill an enemy, which pretty much spams physical damage everywhere, and Tempest on attack, which is lightning damage. This thing, in general, does lightning damage. The rest of this stuff, I think you saw me find. I think. Yeah, nothing here is really new. I think this might be new. 2 to skills, cold spell damage. I'm not really using Lemurs, which is the cold spell. I probably should be, though, because in general it is a lot better. But a lot of my equipment right now is set up for fire. Like this armor adds a lot to fire damage, fire splash when you kill an enemy. This adds to fire damage. I'm thinking I should switch to Lemurs, but I don't know. And these awesome boots. One thing about this character is you do a lot of elemental damage. When you're in Super Beast form, you gain tons and tons of elemental damage. Holy crap, I forgot to talk about one of the most important skills. I just remembered. You see this giant aura that's around me? That's That's actually a passive skill that I have. This character has a lot of passive buffs, a lot of things that you need to cast. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things I'm constantly casting on myself. And then summons, and then, whatever else I'm doing. I guess you can count Terror Strike as something. But, Stormlord, why did I forget to talk about you? It gives you, well, it's giving me 340 attribute points just for having it, and that's what that big aura around me is. Very awesome skill, so I've got a lot of points in everything. I buffed up my vitality a bit, and pretty much just vitality and dexterity, because without even putting any points into strength, I can meet all strength requirements because of that skill. It's very, very, very good skill. I'm thinking of buffing my vitality more, because I have such good life regen. Well, there used to be a thing, too, where if you use the potion, Super Beast would get dispelled, but now you can use potions. So the whole thing before was that Tainted Blood, the health regeneration spell, would you'd kind of need to use that to heal yourself in Super Beast, and it lasted a very short time. It was much better at healing, though. But now, when I've got Tainted Beast going, and a health potion going, I feel immortal for most places. Other stuff about my items, that's crap. I've got a lot of stuff that still needs a lot of improvement. This thing casts Lava Pit on attack. It doesn't do much else. It's just like a volcano that appears out of the ground. But this shield has something that's very important, which is Cherub Strike. Cherub Strike, which I think is a little bit underrated, and 10% chance to avoid damage. That means if something hits me and it rolls that 10%, I just completely ignore it. Even if it's magic, even anything. That's a really good modifier. I'm looking for a crown shield to replace this with. I'm going to get the defense to I could definitely get it to about 12,000. That would really help me out. So this is temporary as well, but Cherub Strike is awesome. Kind of awesome. It has a lot of bad points. But let me go down here. I need something to hit me in order to use it. So it has like a duration where... Oh, wow. I walked near him and he died. Let's go here. Something needs to hit me. But I don't want to die. You see that giant, avatar squiggly thing in the sky? That shoots out bolts kind of like Wormshot would. They even have, the same, animation sort of sprite image. And it's a lot like Wormshot, except it's static, and I need to use a melee attack to start summoning that, and I need to be hit. But with the amount of times I can attack and the amount of I can summon them, it's awesome. They do 3/4 weapon damage, which is pretty high for this type of thing. It doesn't last too long, but when it hits things, it also stuns them for almost 4 seconds. About 3, I'll just say 3 seconds. Which means they can't attack, they can't move, which is really good for a lot of things. It just spams it everywhere. It kind of targets the farthest thing away from it, though, which is kind of a problem. The biggest problem with it, it doesn't target the thing closest to it, where it's like, oh, I could shoot you. No, it's whatever is furthest away that it sees, it'll start shooting, and the bolts are kind of slow. So, that's my character. I kept all the charms from my other character. I even got a few more that I haven't shown yet, but we'll talk about them more in depth later. I got Moo Moo Gold, Moo Moo, Moo Moo Moo, and Legacy of Blood. So, that's just explanation of my character. I don't think I'm leaving anything out.